talking point platform. TTPTV. Oh yeah. Unale we pledge with love and loyalty to we sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as well on for tomorrow. Now we go make salute.
From New Englandville studio, good morning and welcome to the first edition of the program Good Morning Salon, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Today on Monday, May 20, 2024. We where they bring the program come to you this Monday morning. Me, Nasap to you, Kalon.
Inside the edition of the program Good Morning Salon. We sorry for the technical break inside the program and really bring you this edition of the program Good Morning Salon. Inside the edition of the program Good Morning Salon. And Mina Musakama, sorry for that technical break inside the program Good Morning Saloon. We, inside the edition of the program, the Health Education Program Manager at the Minister of Health, Harold Thomas, say, Connaught Hospital they treat over 100 people from the Mabela Waf community in Central Freetown for Seka alleged food poisoning. One pandi presidential aspirant them na the bar election wara Seri Kamal don't call on his supporter and other member them na the Salon Bar Association not for work with Tuma Jabi in executive because they don't use the right process and procedure for pick them. And today inside the program Radio Democracy, go look inside the process and outcome of the bar election where they're all over the weekend na Kenema district.
Well, this plus other story them for you inside this edition of the program Good Morning Salon, and members say the Lacey we live from Radio Democracy. And this program, na Leo Rock Metal Group, the sponsor Radio Democracy for being and come to you. From we partner radio station them, you get we live from Radio Shalom 89.5 na Koinadugu and Falaba district. On Radio Malane 88.5, Radio 1J 101.3 na Pujon district, Radio Colente 90.0 na Cambia, Radio Mua 105.5 na Kailaum, Vopad Radio na Waterloo, Voice of Sando na Kono District, Voice of Karine na Kamakyo 98.0, and Voice of Maso na Pujon District. The program na Good Morning Salon. You can be part of them by where you go send a message or comment to the number 077-981-981.
The program na Good Morning Salon, they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Inside the program Good Morning Salon, we start for look at issues to go say Friday, May 17 this year. The Minister of Transports and Aviation don't go do the second batch payment to over 31st and work on them. Now the Salon Airport Authority will be lost work after we then being scattered. The Salon Airport Authority for Seka the Suma Airport project. Well, for more on this, we join Theodore Arena.
After about 2 years now, with the middle redundant some them now the Sierra Leone Airport Authority, the Ministry of Transport and Aviation and other body them don't begin for pay their workman here. Also Friday 17 May this year, they don't go pay but over 30 people as part of the second batch of payments where they do to them people here with the middle redundant. Ambassador Fande Toure, now the Minister of Transport and Aviation, it starts for talk about the payments where then decide for do to over 30 people them where they don't work for the Sierra Leone Airport Authority.
Take the paper to Parliament late last year, then at December, then this year as well. We've been there for go through, I think finally in March, right? March 9, everything go through. So that nine are one of the first delays them because we've been get for review the agreement. And also in that same agreement, the Suma be supposed to pay this sooner money after they don't get approval from them bank. But fortunately for we've been get for talk to FIA and they really show understanding. Instead of them wait until they get approval from them bank, then go ahead and say, okay, I think the staff them way they work for they deserve something. Later, they come up and say, okay, even though not get approval, we will pay the money.
Ambassador Fande Ture Simwiso say they may agree for start with the one they will seek and Simwiso the one they will don't retire for make them go get some payments.
They agree say them will pay $350,000 every month for them to be able to pay the benefits then. Now, 350,000 is not enough for pay everybody. So then we decide, say, okay, now we're not going to pay everybody, say 350,000 begin shape and small. So let us start from the one that we really need the money. So then we decide, say, okay, we'll get for separate them. First, we'll get for look at the retirees then. Secondly, we'll get for look at the one we sick. Thirdly, we'll get for look at the one that we desperately need financial assistance.
Inside Komon-Tok, the general manager for the Sierra Leone Airport Authority, Jack Massakoy, say by the end of November, he believes say they go don't pay all the one them we forget some benefits.
It was agreed during the transition process that all staff that were former staff of the Sierra Leone Airport Authority should be paid their severance benefits. However, it took us some time. We all know liquidity issues and some of the bottlenecks attached to transitional process. But the good news is we have reached that point and the process has started and payments have also started. I'm fully confident that everybody will be paid on or before November because SUMA have signed up a memorandum to pay those monies, and before November there are trenches that is going to be paid, and by the end of November all parties will have been paid.
Abdullahi Conte, now the Assistant Director Labor and Employment, say now the right for make any workman where they don't redundant get in benefits. We make it say as they don't get some payments, that's not separate them from the company.
The way they pay you benefits, or we will call severance benefits at the last day for separating our relationship. We need to say all man I have. Would I go to church? We're not going to business again and do it Sierra Airport Authority.
After where them don't give the statement and to them people where them go pay, I been get for talk to Chijan when I one pan the first day workman them, but now it don't blind. And been say now over 12 years it work for this authority.
Chijan Tina, I feel good. I feel so relieved. And so thank you, God, don't do this for me today. Never mind for the past 13 years. But today, God say, not sure for the I tell God, thank you. Anything that God.
Tijan Jalobe end up tell thank you to the Ministry of Transport and Aviation for sake of the payment where they don't gam, as it say, a gladdy, even though it don't blind. For Radio Democracy, Mina Fiorarena the report.
The program is still listening to now. Good morning, Salon, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. As we mentioned inside one headline, inside our program today, we will look at the process and outcome of the by-election we just hold na Kenema. Well, the bar being gets the annual general meeting AGM na Kenema, who say the end of the day, then be end up for do election for pick executive for lead the bar association, and then be all this on the theme on constitutional change of government and its threats to democracy. But at the end of the day, plenty concerns them come out from the bar election, who say the two of the presidential aspirants them been described this election as one way not credible. And as you get from one power airline, one part them say make them not work with the executive way they don't elect, as they describe them as illegal, as they be get a reason for that. But inside the program now, I want for welcome now the studio Alfred Commander Esquire, Public Relations Officer, Salon Bar Association. And inside the program, anytime from now, we expect lawyer Francis Gabidon, legal expert for Genui, and Sori Sengbe Mara, who will get online on intake for seeker the outcome of the election. Well, I want to welcome Alfred Commander at the program. Good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salon.
Famboluna, good morning.
Okay, Ide as the public relations officer for the Salon Bar Association. For somebody where they listen to you now for clarification, is it PRO after this election or not the PRO we been there before this time?
A PRO elects after the elections.
After the election?
Yes.
Okay. Now, we can look at the process and outcome of the election. You know, one of the people we, according to you, get elected na Kenema after the election. But this now one way plenty people don't describe as illegal or then get plenty concerned there about them. And you they can now as the public relations officer elect. For somebody they listen to you now, how you can describe the process, Alfred?
Good morning once more. And firstly, I want to bring Sierra Leoneans greetings from the president and other elected members of the Sierra Leone Bar Association. Firstly, I want to make it clear that if anybody get concerns with the said elections where we conduct on Saturday, then get rights for bring them up, especially legal concerns about procedures, concerns about legality, and we get rules and regulations where they guide we as members of the Sierra Leone Bar Association. For example, we get the M&A, and the M&A make it clear as to how we conduct elections. So now, let's just take me time and explain to people how we actually follow the procedures. We follow the laws in these particular elections. So we go the very first day, na Kenema, we get the first program, and that was excellent. And at the close of the event, the chairman, Winner Floyd Davis, being get for making clear, so the next day at 12 noon, we start the next session. So we go 12 noon on Saturday, and even before the program starts, we get a member of the Sierra Leone Bar Association, Winner Victor Lansana. He raised a point of order that we don't agree, say, we first start this program by 12. So because of that, the program not starts until 12 o'clock. So at 12, since we run we association by ways of motions, Francis Ben Kelfala, when at the commissioner of the ACC, being therefore raise a motion that, oh, we get concerns that on Sunday, the women of Kenema, through the cultural society, get for come out. And when they come out, from morning to 12 o'clock, members, people that were not members of the society, not going to be allowed for actually working at the township. So because of this, it move a motion for make the item number 8, when our elections, be moved on the agenda to item number 2. So that was the first concern. Now, this one be seconded by Martin Mother George.
So how comes this program will be in a Kenema big later in any way get for affect the process of the AGM?
Well, say we actually most of we members come out from Freetown, and so we all most of we come out Freetown and go Kenema. Then a number of Wara and Maraden supporters, for instance, be residents Nabo. So if you get for come to Kenema and can conduct elections late at night, because most of the elections we don't conduct over the years, now elections we don't go as late in the night as possible. So it will make them very difficult for members move from Kenema back to Freetown. So for make it easier for every other person in the interest of the membership, we decide to make we amend the agenda and bring elections before. So now, where this motion don't move, a counter motion from a member of the Wara team been come up that no, we no need for amend the agenda. So somebody been there for second that motion. So in line with the practice of the Sierra Leone Bar Association, this motion was put to the membership. the membership being get for votes overwhelmingly for make we amend the agenda and bring elections to number 2.
So it will be the supposed date of the election according to the initial agenda.
It's the dates on the Saturday.
Okay.
Yes.
Continue.
So what's in the agenda we then change?
Election.
You said then change the agenda for adjust.
Yes. So elections was number 8 on the agenda.
Now Saturday the election for don't hold.
Yes, sure. The elections for hold on Saturday. And after that, another issue will come up has to do with nomination for who that go be the returning officer. So now they being for nominate somebody, being for nominate Francis Ben Kelfala as returning officer. And this not even the first time for me Francis Ben Kelfala be returning officer na the elections and in peers so respect him and then choose and say, we want you for be the returning officer of this election. And that was seconded. Now Augustine Sorisengbe Mara, when a presidential candidate be also get for nominate another person when Honorable Hindolo Givao. However, Honorable Indolo Givao being get for decline the nomination.
And will not be the reason for that?
No, he not give any reason. He just say no, he not ready for.
So with the come to the selection of the returning officer, earlier you say Francis Benkefala be move a motion for making amend the agenda because secret society get for Komon-Tok Kenema. On which basis he been move this agenda or this motion and would have been second the motion?
Yes, as I tell you clearly now that Francis Ben Kelfala rise in line with how we they run the affairs of we association, because this is a company limited by guarantee. So you might actually they run and by motions. So a grab, a stand up, a raise the motion that I want this agenda for be amended. So even judgments of the courts can be amended.
So the other candidates may get issue with the election time be on agenda number 8 just because of a secret society activity. Then we get issue with that.
Well,
the other candidates them.
I'm not go at that time, at that material time, we not hear any objection from any of them candidates then they. However, we get objection from somebody who I tell you say a member of Team Wara, and that was equally seconded.
But in I be counter one, it not be the
yes,
favor with
counter.
waiting.
Yeah,
Francis sure. Be already
moving. But now, since you get a counter motion, you put the motion to the public, to the membership. Let's go into to votes. And I tell Una say overwhelmingly the membership votes for me we move them to item number 2.
So why election we been very critical then Una get for move, considering the fact that not all members then been lodged na Kenema, so now both them been there.
Okay, so now let me make this very clear that as far as the affairs, the business of the company is concerned, you can carry on with the business of the company when you get a quorum. And the quorum, according to the M&A, not just 6 members. However, let me just take Una through again. I tell Una say on the first day after the program done, it was made very clear that the next event, when at the next day, they begin at 12. And we begin the event at 12. Now,
will not be the detail of that next event day. Will not be the line of activity then for the next event.
Well, you can get a number of different activities, and one of them will be elections.
Okay, apart from the elections.
Well, you get courtesies, you get other things about the accounts, reports, and things like that. And I'll get some before me now, so I'm not going to speak to.
So, in all of this, what's going to be the position of the outgoing executive? When are they for the in charge of the election process at that moment?
Okay, so thank you very much. When it comes to all of them things there, as I don't make them very clear, we get rules, we get clear laws in this regard. Clear, you get what we call elections and votes. So we been get the Secretary General, we been get the Vice President, them people they have been there. But of key importance, we have been try for explain to members of the public has to do with the nomination and finally where we choose Francis Ben Kelfala as the returning officer. That's very key in these elections. Now, Honorable gave out decline. Then another member was nominated when Honorable Kofi, former APC Honorable of Brookfields, and he also declined.
He declined
the nomination. He also declined the nomination for be the returning officer. They basically can be the Christian at top of elections. Then decline that. So now, because then decline, the membership being therefore say, okay, we trust Francis Ben Kelfala. Francis Ben Kelfala can move on with this process. Now, Francis Ben Kelfala go on stage. When he go on stage, he decides, say, I need 2 other lieutenants who can help me for conduct these elections. So he bring on board one lady when I answer. Then he also bring another person, the former Director General of SLBC, Kapua. So they were there to assist him. Now, where them people here don't come, Francis Ben Kelfala being for clearly communicate waiting for be the rules of the rules of engagement in terms of the elections. And then being for bring the ballot papers, then bring the ballot boxes and the boots and carry them. Now, when they don't bring all of this, they declare all positions of the Sierra Leone Bar Association vacant. We declare them positions and they vacant. They being for ask for nominations for the position of president. This is where it's really, really very interesting. Now, where he actually asks for nominations for the position of president, somebody nominated Tuma Adama Jabi, and that was equally seconded in line with within the M&A provide for. Then another person, when Julian, being for nominates Augustine Soriseng Bemala. And these people were in the hall. Augustine was in the hall, Wara was in the hall, and in self a nomination be seconded. Now, the other person when Joy, in fact, now one of the contestants, then one of the people who show interest for contest as assistant treasurer in the Wara camp, being for nominate Wara Seri Kamal, and that too was seconded. Now, after all of this, we then don't do all of these nominations, and now there was no further nomination. The returning officer, based on waiting, don't come in, being for say nominations are closed and time for elections.
Okay, so let's take you a bit back. We talk about the issue of moving time due to the fact say society activity be the na Kenema. But there is this issue or allegation about a truck. We block the road, we make access not be the way prevent people from getting access to Kenema on time.
Okay, so basically, I cannot speak to that at all.
You're not aware of that at all?
I cannot speak to that.
But you don't be calling the PRO now, so if you know about anything that happen around the situation.
Waiting at the say, I cannot speak to that event. I was not at that place at
Which
that
place?
time. Maybe in the hall.
But you wouldn't say a program in a Kenema we make them move the timing of vote or the agenda item of the vote. Of the society activity. So no, that's my point. So you're not aware of the talk.
So let me make this very clear in terms of waiting happen in that regard. I tell you, say a motion was moved inside the hall. And one of the reasons now that we want to get this done with as fast as possible so that people can go hit the road and get back to Freetown. Because if we stay here this long, say we go into the night, waiting will happen that there is a possibility that people can go find it difficult to get their way back to Freetown. So this was inside the hall. In terms of the truck, waiting happen. These are mechanical issues. These are normal issues. What can happen? No, what are they say? Now you they try for push me to that angle.
They ask you, you're not
no,
aware.
I don't tell you say I was not at that place at that time.
But
however, when it comes to vehicles, for example, you did talk about vehicle broke down. A vehicle can broke down at any time. We don't see broke down vehicle right across the road from Freetown.
But this one way broke down now. One way. Have been different. I think.
Please, I don't want to go into speculation.
Now, okay, fine.
I'm not going to speculation.
Now, it's not speculation. let we look at the venue itself, first of all, before we come to the electoral commissioners them or whether they council pretend for conduct this election. The venue now one way they be always concerned about. Say Kenema perhaps not go be the avenue or the venue way for do this election.
Okay.
Now they say no, let we go Kenema. At the end of the day, now you see at the end of the day, Kenema get secret society, we get for commot, we get for amend the agenda, we begin the issue. Why is it that one are the lawyers them, we know the law or perhaps they defend the rule of law? When I get strangers then I missed. What you wanna do when Kenema said in the pool secret society for ensure say perhaps members the Mona don't take to Kenema be safe and wanna do a process comfortably?
Okay. So this secret society what they talk about not on the day of the election and they come out. Then for come out on Sunday, the election was on Saturday. And the fact say we choose Kenema, we not violate any of the laws of this country. We not violate any of the laws of the Sierra Leone Bar Association. We don't go McKinney, we don't go Botong, we can get AGM na Freetown. So what's wrong with Kenema? Is Kenema not part of Sierra Leone?
But no, we know they say something wrong with Kenema, but the issue of secret society where even obstructing our activities, them we not be aware before this time, or when we are aware, say secret society get for come out on the day or we get for obstructing our programs.
So I did not say secret society obstructs with programs.
But
no.
Now a little amendment of the agenda.
I did tell you say we had to amend. We had to amend because we actually want we done in time and make people able for move out of Kenema to Freetown or Bo. So we not go did it say the next day. If we did it say the next day, it will affect we. So because of that, we decide say let we bring elections to number 2. And there is nothing wrong. If anybody gets any law where he say you cannot move an agenda, you cannot amend an agenda, make it can show with that lorry. And we do in line with the laws. I tell you, say we put onto a vote, and members voted overwhelmingly for that.
Now, you mentioned Francis Benkefala be the electoral commission. I don't call the process or talk about the process how it can be. Also, it called 2 people and for superintendent or for assistant, one a Kapua and the other one a Anta. Well, look at Anta, but when you look at Kapua and look at Francis Benkefala, they're all not government officials then. Okay. And when you look at Suma Jabi, perhaps we win the election, we don't declare say yes in a SLPP supporter. Okay. And then people are working on the government of the SLPP led. You think say Unamoto na be raise the bar, then people are pretending the election go raise the bar?
Of course. So basically, I must make it clear, say there is no law in the M&A and the Companies Act or any of the laws in Sierra Leone where they prohibit government officials from participating. If you're not a member of the Sierra Leone Bar Association, for me you participate in any of the processes. There is no law under the sun. If there is any law where person no, let's show we say una do this wrongly. Now, this is not the first time government officials don't superintend them processes.
No, let we look at.
We been get, for example, Eke Aloe. He was the Attorney General and Minister of Justice. There was a time when in do that particular role, I play that role where Francis Benkefala play.
So let me
get EEC Shears Moses. EEC Shears Moses. He was HOD of Frabi College, Law Department. Then there was a time he was also commissioner of the Law Reform Commission, but he's still serving that same role. Why Francis Benkefala? What's the issue? And this is not the first time Francis Benkefala. I don't make it clear that this is not the first time where he don't serve in that role. He don't even serve for the GLC. He don't serve in the last one above. Then he can't serve in this one. Now because people trust and respect her, they know say this person go ensure say nobody not thief anybody in votes. And he was there, he eyes them open, and he been willing and ready for defend democracy.
In the issue of Francis Benkefala, we see a fortnight before the election, they dance with the winner. Now, the place where the election be happen. And before this time, we see a video of the two people again, they traveled from outside the country. And you still say Francis Benkefala is pretending of the election, yes, still go raise the bar.
Yes, of course. So now, this particular event where they talk about, say, Francis Benkefala and Tuma Adama Jabib in the dance, this is an event organized by the outgone executive of the Sierra Leone Bar Association. We are members of the bar. They come and enjoy with lively kids. At the same event, Augustine Sori Sengemara come there. While Asai Kamal and Intim decide, say, they know they can they were in Bo. They organize their own show. You get a number of artists that will come on Freetown, go perform. And in fact, they over-enjoy. Then forget, say, elections, not a one-day event. It's a process. You get for plan, you get for strategize. It's about ideas. You know, you go begin enjoy. Whilst they were partying, we've been there strategize as to how they win elections, get more numbers.
So make it more clear. I mean, what is it about somebody for be a presiding or returning officer?
Okay,
it
fine.
Depends whether you belong at this party or you work for this. What does it say?
So now, we get the M&A of the Sierra Leone Bar Association. I be actually asked that therefore don't print and for allow myself get copies of them. You get Article 36. We say, because this is now one of the things that way a number of people, even the older members of the bar, they misconstrue, either deliberately or they really. This say, election shall be conducted by a senior member of the association appointed by the members. You understand? Francis Benkefala, a senior member of this association. And the members of the Sierra Leone Bar Association say, we they nominate Francis Benkefala for be the returning officer. Now, these same members actually say, okay, I made a second motion. And I equally don't tell Una say, apart from Francis Benkefala, we get two other nominees. And these were nominated by Sori Sengbemara. And these people decline. They say, no, we not to be presiding officer. At the end of the day, elections must go on.
So now we look at the two, Kapua, now government person. They serve government, and also Francis Benkefala, now government official. Then two to pretend an election. How balanced a been day for get representative from the other candidate? Was it that we consult them for send representative apart from the returning officer for help in conducting the election?
So now the returning officer actually, as I don't explain to you, being for be the returning officer in accordance with the law, and the returning officer at all AGMs where I don't attend, where I don't see, if they want, then they appoint people and say, can assist me, Lord, we do this process. Now, the process itself of them people assisting this person not been show any form of bias. The key issue where the members been get, especially the Sori Sengbe Mara camp and the Wara camp, now with Francis Benkefala.
So you answer the procedure then follow and the due one as how it's supposed for day for choose Francis Benkefala.
Grateful. Let me could they ask them say, we are not here on emotions. We're not there for begin talk things outside the law. If you know, say we did not follow the procedure, we not follow the laws, come and can show we.
Okay, well, that's Fred Commander Expire, newly elected public relations officer, Sierra Leone Bar Association. We don't need to listen via them throughout the AGM process. Be elected and come to the conclusion for get the new president and other executive of the Sierra Leone Bar Association. Continue for the with we inside the program are still inside this issue on the just concluded AGM of the Sierra Leone Bar Association. We will look at more issue. Musa?
Yes, of course, we go as the Sierra Leone Bar Association don't pick Tuma Jabi as the president of the bar. One pan the presidential aspirants them inside this election, whereas Seri Kamal don't call on a supporter them and other members of the bar not for work with Tuma Jabi because he say the procedure with them pick news for Picam not correct. Well, for more on this, we join Mangi Mansari.
Tense, chaotic, and rancor. Now, been the exact atmosphere this that the Sierra Leone Bar Association, the election, where they own at the Albert Sim Hall, outside the Sierra Leone Bar Association, the old AGM. This situation been start where the commissioner and the Anti-Corruption Commission, Ben Kelfala, be move a motion for amend the agenda for make item 8 of the agenda be item 2. And after this amendment, the Deputy Commissioner na the Human Rights Commission, Victor Lansana, be nominate Francis Ben Kelfala for be the Electoral Commission for the Sierra Leone Bar Association, the election. After this nomination, now been the situation this. This situation been continue na the election, outside them been begin fed and scatter ballot paper them na ground. In not say plenty police them been kind inside the hall. Outside them spray pepper spray, where scatter people and come on at the hall. Outside plenty people been they run for their lives. During this time, the voting been still continue. We make a talk to different member them that the Sierra Leone Bar Association that this them get for say.
Mrs. Fatmata, sorry, a member of the Bar Association since 2000. They've come to an annual general meeting. This is an annual general meeting. The annual general meeting, we they decide on so many things. We don't begin fet, not bring this thing can Kenema, then bring Kenema, then say agenda don't change. In the company law, then say we need to put treasurer's report, we need to put annual financial statement, we need to put no report for the other executive report to we. How them proceed during the tenure? Nobody know do that. Kaifala, when are the Anti-Corruption Commissioner, we're supposed to be the beacon of governance that this country. Now they lead the riot inside the hall, full of police officers, pushing lawyers, carrying out elections for presidential candidates. All the ballot papers are on the floor, yet Kaifala continue for the proceed with issuing ballot papers, multiple ones, to people and say that they carry on for vote. Now you don't call the enforcement, the all on full up, it say voting not done. Me when they talk to you, so I not vote here. Be no president, there's no election.
Me na Charlie Israel Williams, me na lawyer, private practitioner. Somebody go take truck, then big truck block the road, the Kenema highway, so that all we colleagues say we no be don't enter Kenema 8, then get stuck on the highway. So we get for one go for rescue them, take bike and other things for bring them. The conference is supposed to start at 12. Before the conference they start at 12, now they call the meeting to order because they know say a lot of colleagues they not there na Kenema because na both inside. Thing we then do. Ben Kefala, the commissioner of ACC, move motion say let them amend the program. Election was supposed to be the last item. Bring and come forward. Somebody go take truck, then big truck block the road, the Kenema highway, so that all we colleagues say we no be don't enter Kenema 8, then get stuck on the highway. So we get for one go for rescue them, take bike and other things for bring them. The conference is supposed to start at 12. Before the conference they start at 12, now they call the meeting to order because they know say a lot of colleagues they not there Kenema because now both inside. And then when they call the AGM to order, the first thing we then do, Ben Kefala, the commissioner of ACC, move motion say let them amend the program. Election was supposed to be the last item. Bring and come forward.
Hi, Stephen Jule there, ESQ. In the very first, it's a shame on many of us for actually not able to follow procedure. We follow the procedure with regards to how did they go about the elections. Now, it's not like that. The procedures we have followed. Now, the agendas we have followed. And interestingly, the other camp, if you call a camp, you get different speakers where they nominate different people. Ben Kefala was nominated. If other person who conduct election, they verify. I want to verify elections. It was done properly. Everything was verified.
Mina Hindolomwe Gevao, a lawyer. We don't practice law for 21 years. Voting then they send a social media look and send an orchestrated ploy. We possibly say get the population for win. It come with a preconceived idea for create mayhem. Now then they happen. Everybody will register, come vote. Everybody sit down. The vice president called the program to order. We adopt the agenda. We say the agenda we start from this point to this point. We vote on that one. It come to a point of nominating Chief Electoral Commissioner. The agenda not been altered, the agenda been put to the membership, and the membership vote on it. What didn't happen actually, they may not tell we yesterday, say, the program they start at 12. Plenty can they not enter at the hall until 1:15, 1:20. So before then they come, most of them processes the way they lead to election being done pass.
After people them don't scatter at the hall, Augustine Mara and Waraseri Kamal they go address, then support them Nadu. And at this, now the statements them wouldn't be make.
I know this bar, we have gone down. This has gone beyond anything imaginable. We are lawyers. We are the protectors of our Constitution. We are the protectors of justice. Can we allow injustice to stand ourselves to be taken advantage of? We cannot. You know, we started this going to have one bar and one voice because guess what? We are reclaiming this bar. And if we have to do our own, if we have to have our bar association, that is what we do. We will not belong to a bastardized system. We will not legitimize them. What they have done is not only a stain on the democracy of this country, but is a stain on the history of lawyers.
But it must not continue to hold in this manner. Ladies and gentlemen, while we continue to urge that we remain law-abiding, we would always continue to plead with you to ensure that you do not legitimize any process that deviates by character, by form, by content from the dictates of democracy. We would inform the best subsequently of a meeting between Team Reclaimers and Team Voice.
And after where Augustine Mara and Waraseri Kamal addressed and supported them, I been go back to the hall for no. Waiting they happen, we make Francis Ben Kelfala, they call the result for the presidency, who said it been declared as the winner of the by election.
28 votes. Let's say that Augustine second around 15 votes. Putting an envelope, putting Augustine Mara president. 15 votes. Waraseri Kamal 23 votes. Tuma, Adama, Ken Wekami, 560 votes.
After we have been non declared Tuma Jabi as the president-elect for the Sierra Leone Bar Association, it been called nomination for other position them, but that day, plenty people them would have been contest for them position they are, not been there again at the hall or within the vicinity of the compound where they make it been declared them people they are as the winner for them various positions they are. After we Francis Ben Kelfala, they don't call the presidential result and declare Tuma Jabi as the winner. I've been talked to him about what he think, but the election, we then just declare him as the winner. Now this he didn't get for say.
I feel very good about it. I want to say thank you to the one that always votes for me. I get about 560 something votes. Then they speak volumes for say people that ready for get me as them president, and I want to tell them thank you. Well, first of all, we don't done the election next week. We need for start for reach out to people them and talk to them. Then our colleagues them. Because our colleagues there, you can't form a parallel bar. The bar association is done legally, it registered legally. You can't have two bar associations in Sierra Leone. So, but we still need for talk to them, go meet them, and tell them, say, do ya make we come together and make we raise the bar. I get myself, I get, of course, as president, I get the vice president, Mr. Sidiki Tomi, I get the secretary general, Mr. Paul Jua, I get the treasurer, Madam Sato Koba. I also get the assistant treasurer, Madam Mahite Yokobriwa. We get the PRO when Mr. Commander as well.
Tuma Jabi continue for talk about the thing them. What he will do as the bar president?
Plans that we already set out in my campaign promise. Then under Team Raise the Bar, we plans then we will call SEW. Then SEW, Standards, Empowerment and Welfare. So we come for do that. But amongst that thing that we have done promise, the most important one where we start immediately by God in power. Now for that we start for build the Bar Association Secretariat. We have promised me colleague them.
But from the different discuss them and the comments them, we don't come up from the member them of the Sierra Leone Bar Association. But now waiting will be the faith, but waiting will be the fate of the Sierra Leone Bar Association. If them people are wouldn't is going to go work with Chuma Jabi, what they don't declare as president of the Sierra Leone Bar Association. For Radio Democracy, Mange Mansai, the report.
UTB, Union Trust Bank, the game changer don't come. As we the lead, others they follow. And just with your mobile phone, you will transfer and receive money with ease, speed, and safety. UTB don't make it possible for collect money na ATM machine without the ATM card. Now that we call cardless ATM. You, the UTB customer, will send money to anybody and deposit and collect the money na any UTB ATM panel without any ATM card. All it can do now for just enter the reference code and collect the money. The UTB copper in safe day. With this UTB copper, any UTB customer can transfer copper with a mobile phone to anybody up to 5 billion loans. And with the reference code, the person can go to any UTB branch and collect the copper. Union Trust Bank, we there for you.
The program is still listening to the Good Morning Salon, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy, 98.1 FM. Well, from that report, the Kenema, we come back in our studio and join with studio guests, but we'll come join you with a quick text message from Lawyer Kabia, where say Commander Esquire is not voted for, therefore is not our president. The facts are there and the facts are stubborn. You cannot take them off the public. They are clear and visible to the public courts. Commander, from waiting the report say, at the end of the day, after when they don't vote for the president, the other one they don't go within the elected positions, people are not voting again, they just declare Una as the public relations. Is that the case?
No, that's not the case. So basically,
so then vote for Una.
Basically, let me just comment. Let me just explain. Now, when it comes to the Sierra Leone Bar Association, unlike other bodies, it's a company limited by guarantee. So because of that, we get with M&A, like how other institutions get constitution, like how Sierra Leone, we get the 1991 constitution, for instance. We also get the Companies Act. Now, let me refer you to Article 34 of the M&A of the Sierra Leone Bar Association. And it reads, where there is more than one candidate, nominated for any vacancy, a poll shall be conducted to determine who is elected to fill the vacancy. Now, we don't listen this. In the case of Tuma was nominated and seconded. Augustine Sorisegbe Bara was nominated and there was a seconder. Then you get Waraseri Kamal was nominated and there was a seconder. When it came to Ross, for instance, Alfred Commander as PRO was nominated. They nominate me for the PRO, and there was a seconder. And then the floor was open for further nominations. And there was no other nomination to me candidature. As a result of that, I was duly elected unopposed, in line with waiting I just don't tell you. So if anybody they go and say, now make I say, we are lawyers. Let we stick to the law. Let we stick to waiting we they use as an instrument for talk to the people. Let we not just rely on.
You just listen to a report on people will be there at the scene exactly, and some risk concerns say they not even vote and they consider this all AGM as something we avoid because the duly process was not followed. Which you give us in line with them people in there.
Grateful. So I tell you say, firstly, we must make it clear say you been get some skirmishes.
From which angle?
You been get violence. You been get thuggery. You been get people like Augustine Sorisengbe Mara, Julian Cole. There is another Julian Lisk, I think, where like people barrister. You get Warasei Kamal, and a host of them supporters will storm the stage. These people actually storm the stage. They even destroy the table. Then go for ballot papers, the ballot boxes, then destroy everything with the exception.
Wait, really trigger that for let people we know better and know the law, do something they will consider later unlawful or not right.
So basically, I'm not going to even speak waiting go don't trigger their mind for do that. But wait, I will tell you now that these people saw the numbers, they saw the numbers, they knew they were not going to win. They actually know say Team Tuma been get the numbers and we've been ready and willing for votes. So whilst we go there for go votes, whilst they don't actually allow themselves for being nominated, whilst they don't allow say, okay, let the process go on. These are the people, they were inside the hall. Augustine Sori Sengbe Mara been at the hall. Wara Seri Kamal been at the hall. They nominate them. This is me inside the hall. This not Opamomo Fofana way write something while see the Freetown. No, this is me inside the hall. They talk to you so now. Actually, they inside the hall, and then people are there, they nominate them, and second, they did not decline. They even can't sit up in a line, begin votes. The next moment, then see the numbers. An election, so it's really about numbers.
How then go see the number, say now this person need to go vote for way, rice, nobody knows, perhaps say go to not be a young candidate. How you go see number there you panic before election?
Basically, if you there, where I begin, I tell you say we campaign vigorously. We actually go to every corner we say you actually get lawyers, for example.
So it's a secret ballot. People and then are queue. Then
a secret
you receive
ballot.
The number from that.
It's a secret ballot. We took members. If you follow the process, you see say we were in teams. There was team reclaimer, team voice, team raise the bar, and we go out and campaign solidly with a clear vision. The people buy into Tuma in vision. I make you see the votes. They show so. The people buy into Tuma in vision. And a number of other people, it's true, that come votes, but because of the violent nature of Team Mara and Team Seri Kamal, some of the members decide, say, okay, you know what, we are not voting. But the voting go on, and even members of Team Tuma, you can get a number of Team Tuma members, we're not voting the elections.
So in terms of what you just state about the two other candidates, where you talk about the, unfriendly behavior we didn't display.
Yes.
Another view would say these people too know well and know better and understand the rightful procedure then for follow if they're dissatisfied with anything.
Grateful. This is exactly what will be the expected. These are legal practitioners. Augustine Sori Sengbe Mara, for example, now somebody where Sarah Leone don't know for take matters to courts. They even don't take the IG to courts, you go win. So we'll be surprised that it take to the stage. No election, the members then they go broke this, spoil this, that. It was surprising to us.
So how you can describe the situation who say the returning officer being the share ballot papers without somebody they see the book for verify whether this person a lawyer or not?
So in that regard, you saw how chaotic the situation been there and how determined Team Wara and Team Mara been there for ensure say the process not go on. Francis Ben Kelfala in actions have been only for defend democracy, for defend
for
the electoral process. That it's for explain. Whatever he could have done as returning officer, having for protect the process, ensure that the elections go on, even though then people are being so determined for disrupt the process.
You think by sharing ballot paper without verification, now we than for defend the bar?
So basically, we went to the hall. And part of the orders of Justice Momoja Stevens, we even before we go to Kenema, 2 actions already don't go to court. So Sengbe Mara go through with clients, when are Julian Cole and others, when are also members of the Sierra Leone Bar Association, then go to an action, where Seri Kamal go to another action, and one of them orders then they state say the voters list for be published in a conspicuous place inside the hall, and that was done. Then publisher, it did it, and that was the list that was followed. Now, if you watch the videos, these videos were released to the public. We all see them videos then they see would that be one vote and would that not be one vote?
You say by company by or guarantee by
a company limited
by guarantee.
Yes.
And we talk about the voting system. Is it the right or not the role of Francis Ben Kaifala for share ballot paper as the returning officer?
Francis Ben Kaifala is the returning officer.
So now role for share ballot paper.
And you actually get elections and votes. It's some documents where you see.
No, people in there see the documents now.
No,
make ask you, is it the role of Ben Kaifala for
if you want me to tell you the role of the returning officer from this M&A in all states and in the conduct the elections. So if na in the conduct the elections, it means say na inga for do everything.
Okay, continue for stay with you inside the program. Will come to you shortly. Commander, Public Relations Officer, Salon Bar Association, and Sapti Kalon.
Yeah, the program, Good Morning Salon, they continue as we just look at the just concluded AGM of the Salon Bar Association. Decided to elect Tumajabi as president and other executive member then. Continue for the chance they come back to us so they look at another issue in line with this particular topic we deal with today. The Salon Bar Association now one part the most important pressure group because that then gets the right for the check the law and lobby to government for go through with the rule of law and also then things a government or any state institution go against the law, they can come out and put some position to the public. Over the weekend, the association will conduct the annual general meeting. Also, then pick the new executive where some member then get concerned but Francis Ben Kaifala, we na be commissioner for the election say, then go through all the legal process for conduct the election and pick the new Salon Bar Association executive. Well, Francis Ben Kaifala explain more to Michael Sambola. Also, I start for explain why ACC commissioner conduct bar election.
I go to the bar election in my private capacity as a legal practitioner. This year they make me 17 years at the bar, so I go to every other lawyer.
Waiting to be your role as the commissioner of the bar during the election process.
For conduct election, for make sure say we get election of the new executive of the Sierra Leone bar.
Follow procedures.
Yes.
Make sure say the rule of law you uphold now.
Oh, yes, correct.
This rule of law and the process 9 people get issue with, then think say you change the order unbeknown to the camp. That's not the first thing you do.
First of all, any conflict to issues. At the annual general meeting, any member can propose say we change the order of business of the day as per the agenda. You bring one item up what you think is important and then they put them to a vote. That's a standard practice in company law. If you win, then the agenda goes up where you want it, okay? When we start, I realized it will be the whole bar election there before we did it 2 a.m. in the morning. Last time we go into money, we did into money till 5 a.m. We start 10 a.m. the day before. 5 a.m. now we declare president. At least the other thing will be the election of Rhoda Sufia Noni. Realizing that I know that Kenema will do all get for come back free town. I propose say let we bring the election up. Let we remove all the irrelevant then thing that we report, and we are on it until 9 p.m. and we start elections at 9 p.m. and then we are there until 6 a.m. the next day. So I propose in my capacity as a person, and then I no owe no apology to anybody. It's my right to want elections to come before other things, and not to impose them. It was put to a vote, and when put to a vote, the membership voted and agreed with me that they will get election for camp number 2 on the agenda, and that is how election came.
In that, the other camp they say then be don't grieve for the agenda, and when you change them, that's now one of the process where then things it being illegal.
No lawyer will know the law would say that day because they know say you can amend the agenda at an annual general meeting, and that's what I did.
You see, Mama Fofana in letter, but not lawyer. He talk inside in letter to the bar. Say normally then forget statement of expenditure and income and tell how the bar spent and how the bar own the current administration before then go and elect the new executive.
I mean, I know Mama Fofana for so many years, but I'm very disappointed at that letter we write. First of all, Mama Fofana no step foot na Kenema. He did not go to Kenema for the annual general meeting of the bar. 1 hour after the bar election, he's putting out a letter detailing what happened in the hall, and he does not have the decency
to falsely state in the letter that he was not present. Such a man is withholding honesty, and I have lost respect for him.
No,
But
now the issue,
but
the
issue has to be premised on the basis of truth. Was Pamomo Fofana in the hall? No, he was not there.
The letter they talk about the things that we don't be before.
No, not before.
See, the
Pamomo Fofana was reporting on issues where happened at the annual general meeting where I conducted. He referenced me by name, but this man was not decent to say I was not present. I was told. A lawyer doing that commits a serious fallacy. He's withholding honesty, and I'm clarifying this in an agenda for the annual general meeting. There are several issues. None of them is tied to the other. Okay, I agree. It's an overall bar association conference. Financial reporting is important. Audited reporting is important. They may get even NRA for car report to we and all those things. But like I have told you, I have a right as a lawyer to propose that these things should not come before election.
So at that time, we makes the executive not able to give account about the expenditure.
No, you merely change the order of business. Okay, you put item A to number 2. It not necessarily means that the other one then not happen. And in company law, they can simply call an extraordinary general meeting of the bar and deal with the issues. Then they since time not be there for deal with them at this current annual general meeting. I mean, some of the people, the lawyers, they even discuss this thing, and they wonder how they even they approach this, because they know the law, they understand it well. I am assuming that they know.
All right. The other point now, the issue about verification of members before even then go and take the ballot paper and vote. That's plenty people question now. The delegates.
I agree there were challenges with the election. Okay, we began a list. When they called me as electoral commissioner, I called on 2 people there for assist me with the election. There was a list which was given to Mariam Anta for verify every voter we come before we vote. But before that, the day before, pursuant to a court order, they hang the list of every voter for the by election at the back of the election. If you go to that holding at Kenema now, the list still there. And nothing said they don't check. Okay, so there was a list. But once these people ambushed the election, once we started the camp, they were rowdy, they were attacking, throwing missiles, then broke the table. So therefore,
you been know them concern instead of refer to the
concern was very simple. That enough of preside over the election. But why? Why enough of it preside over the election? While Asari Kamal wait him up for be president, a senior for him. I'm sure they are senior for him for about 4 years. Augustine Sori Sembe Mara, a clearly senior for him. Me not a legitimate paid up member of the bar.
Total than they say, but because of you kind of affiliation to one of the candidates, we plenty people don't see.
The bar is a very small body. We are all connected to each other. Augustine Suri Sembe Mara has been my very good friend. When I done practice as a lawyer, when they appoint me anti-corruption commissioner, the chair and table was, he don't ban. Now me chambers, now Augustine Mara go sit on there. I have known him for years. While I say Kamal, they go to my office now, anti-corruption commission, with a joke, with a laugh, with a share food together. We are friends. Tuma Adama Jabi is my friend. She has been my friend for the longest of times. So we think will happen if I go to a bar function, bar session meeting, and there's music playing, and you can't hold me say, let dance. I will say I not dance with you. And I did not even know that on the next day for the election, the membership was going to call that I conduct the election. So there's no affiliation. I'm affiliated to everybody who is at the bar. So this whole thing, when they talk at the area, then they talk things like conflict of interest. Who's conflict of interest? I am friends with everybody at the bar.
Conflict of interest that Tuma declares in SLPP, and you, of course, plenty people know you as SLPP, and the election kind of become political at that point. And because of you now a moral guarant of the ACC, you not been thinking for recuse yourself.
No, I go there in my capacity as member of the bar. And secondly, there is no requirement about politics at the bar. There is no law which says that if somebody is a member of a political party, you know, for stand for be president of the bar. There is no law which says that if somebody affiliated with a political party, you cannot conduct elections. I can tell you, say, Over 90% of the people in that hall belong to political party. Politics has never been a reason for disbar anybody from either standing for election or voting in election or conducting an election. The real question that you need is your moral fortitude and your strength of character to conduct the election. And I believe Senator Dandy, the other members they see, will then clearly nominate me and vote for me overwhelmingly for conduct the election. And I had to do it, Sabola. Me not a coward.
The kind way out then throw away things, everything they now go on and all. You know, be think say need they now for cancel the election.
No. Then throw away the things for forget that exact result, for destroy everything. Okay. But like I don't tell you, we'll be there on the presidential elections when they do that day. At that time, the ballot papers of the presidential election we don't isolate. The one they went to win and run as Secretary General, Assistant Secretary General, Treasurer, and they will not really get effect on the ongoing election. But for say, because the presidential ballots were completely intact and never destroyed, I was not going to stop the elections because some hooligan went and took the package, we get the other ballot materials and threw them away. Taking into consideration what was happening, but still maintain the integrity of the process. The counting was done transparently. People were there. We did it. I have put all the ballot papers in an envelope, sealed it, and I have given those ballot papers to the Secretary General elect of the Bar Association. And that papers then they are safe. Anybody who want to contest the election can go see the ballot papers.
So you think say all this now now a plot for discredit the election?
The truth is, there were forces who went there yesterday bent on one thing. It's either their way or no way. They were ready to destroy. They were ready to plunder. They were ready to tarnish anybody's reputation in the process. The only thing that happened in Kenema, I stood for the bar. I stood against those forces. They were not able to hijack the process. They were not able to hijack the bar. And now they are very unhappy. But whilst I recognize this, I know that there are deep-seated problems at the bar. And now myself don't join for make we all call all the parties, so make we sit down together and preach unity and reconcile and move processes forward.
Well, that's not the commissioner and the Anti-Corruption Commission, and also the returning officer Nabi the Salomba Association, the AGM, Francis Benkel Fala, we will talk about in role we play, and according to a goal legitimate right, for play that particular role, and not do anything way wrong. We will talk inside that interview day to Michael Sambola for Seka the Salomba Association, the AGM, will be over the weekend. The program, Good Morning Salon, continue. Inside the program now, we will go for a music break.
Music is the program for we. The truth shall reveal. The program like Good Morning Saloon. We come to you from 98.1 FM. If you just join with today, we'll look at the process and outcome of the bar elections. We then just hold na Kenema over the weekend. Well, you don't send your text message on 0779819181 and also on our Facebook page. Keep on them coming and we'll carry them anytime from now. But quick, we'll go inside. The Health Education Program Manager and Minister of Health, Arod Thomas, say Connaught Hospital they treat over 100 people from the Mabela Waf community in a Central Freetown for sake of alleged food poisoning. They make this confirmation to Radio Democracy, where even they talk about the alleged food poisoning, where the Minister of Health and the National Health Agency they investigate, where be in a Mabela community Saturday, May 18 this year. Well, it talk more to me inside this interview.
Yes, I can confirm the 18th May at about 10 in the morning, the District Health Management Team na Western area be report a cluster of people we actually sick after they eat food from a common source. And this source now from a cookie seller we been there around Mabila. Himself eats the food, a man and in two picking they eat them and we begin to sell and give neighbor them and other customer them. Then self sick. Yesterday, like 104 people, including 6 picking already under 5, they may get for admit them at the Connaught Hospital. But 2 of them cases and they been serious, so they may put in an intensive care yesterday.
When we talk about food poisoning, what in the Ministry of Health use for arrive at the conclusion? Say, then people are not from food poisoning.
We say suspected food poisoning outbreak na Mabila community. We suspect because of the signs and symptoms. We don't take specimen for make them go do some laboratory investigation for knowing at the cause, because most of them get dizziness, they eat the tongue, then belay the heart, some then they vomit, some then they feel for vomit, some then look tired, some then even when they look, then yeah, not look clear at that particular point. So all then sign and they will them they get, and how the people themselves in the field, and the clinicians, the one that the medical people and suggest na food poisoning, but that one they not suspected. But after the investigation, when we don't do everything, now we're able to ascertain whether na food poisoning or not.
When this issue come up, plenty information they out there. Some say 4 don't die, 7 don't die, different amount than from the Ministry of Health and the Connaught perspective where they deal with them patients here. Anybody don't die from them?
From the Ministry of Health and the National Public Health Agency, even as I talk to you right now, none of them one did not die. Initially, we may get 104, as I say, including 6 picking already under 5 years, and Pandewan and the 2 na the young kids been serious. But even this morning, a few of them, they don't discharge them, and they may still further they look out for cases. So about 7 more cases will not be identified. Probably they not be as serious, but we still do what we call active case search. So then we don't come up with another 7 again. So then they will put the number at 111 or so. But we'll not get any death. Nobody not die.
Looking at the terms of reference in this investigation.
Well, as I say, when we get a cluster of same signs and symptoms, people within a particular court, a particular area, they complain the same way when they feel and we see the same thing, then they are concerned an emergency. So they get for investigate. Surveillance investigation is very deep because they want to know one who say waiting cause that one day or from whose source. And from the source they don't get a link to a cookie seller na Mabila area. That's na 1. And 2, we know say na a common source. A common source meaning now, them people and they all will get this problem. They link to that food they will then cook. So that's now the investigation they start. They don't take sample of the food we left, where the people they eat, like when they want to weave in the vomit, they want to weave in the go toilet, even in blood. They don't take different samples. So then they analyze in a laboratory and then go tell we as more information they come.
So then 111 we under investigation all testify say they eat from this cook report.
Exactly. Now that make we medical records now the community with the around that area, they will review them, meaning all the health facility, even pharmacy, or anyone where they take record of patients and then they go look there, if they go see something like that one, we go related. And we don't take, as I say, as of yesterday, we don't get some 11 samples of the food where they eat, the one we left, as I say, then blood, then vomit or start meaning, then vomit, and they don't collect the one and they don't carry and go to laboratory, then they can try for test them for no waiting happen. But the important thing, the one that we affected, then they try for save their life. So the Ministry of Health, what they do, they make Connaught as a treatment center, and all the Master Sabi people in the faith. And thankfully, we not get anybody we don't die as I talk so now, and we hope see that not go happen. And they still do what we call active case search.
Then Harold Thomas in the health education manager at the Ministry of Health. When they talk to me, said I interviewed for Sika the alleged food poisoning na the Mabela WAF community. We say the Connaught Hospital they treat over 100 people now. With 2 of them the intensive care, but nobody died from this incident. Will be Saturday and Mabela mana na the Mabela community for Sika one alleged food poisoning and one cook riba. The program Good Morning Salon they continue to go for Wakabot. We can continue.
Another morning again. I say Monday, man. I say Monday. I say. I say this bad situation thing. I don't want to tell. I say people don't analyze to me. Send pictures then to me, even letters. I say things they be in this country, man. I say things they be. I say I want to welcome you if you just dip on the first election ever in a salon, them baptized. I say, that's why I see the other one, candidate English, if they die, hey, we not agree, we not agree. Now I say, okay. I say, go to speak down. I say, go ask Yvonne. I say, go ask them, a good friend, them Bella over here. Pathway talk, say, lucky people are in this country. Nah. I say, English not a work for them. I say, wait on thing don't spoil, man. I say, we belly puel. No need for country month again. Person tell me, say what about? I say, yes, please. He say this, the gentle family fed with all things. I say, buffet no janda. I say, what about? He say, imagine if the gentle family been lost memorial after that day, then lost back the presidency of the bar. Say I for look like Nasebo. I say, but we posting vote. Chairman, without the people that want let them vote for. But I see big man there, them big man there which are be right, but government procedural policy. I see man there they kick bucket. I see man then they speak in tongue. I say some of the language and stuff and you call them. I say, I say things are happening. Me na Joanna Wakabot.
Well, from Wakabot, the program Good Morning Salon they continue, and inside the program now, na temple will take message them. And this first one I go read from our Facebook page where they come up from Supercabs where they say, all salon, if MPs fight in Parliament over Speaker election, ministers destroy ballot boxes during by election. Now it's our lawyers who interpret the law that are also fighting for position.
This from Albert Fuji on our Facebook page. They say, just last week, the CJ was at the ECOWAS Court AGM, giving a brief history of our noble judiciary was in the early day. It's sad to be hearing this sudden decline of late, all in the name of national politics. The judiciary, as an arm of government, should be independent. The late founding fathers who toiled hard to make our legal system an envy, then in outside our sub-region will be ashamed where they are in their respective graves.
Another message from Facebook page will come up from JP Abu. They say, congratulations to all newly elected officials of the bar. I wish them a successful tenure. Thanks to Francis Benkelfala for standing for the bar.
Okay, this one from Thomas Caps now Facebook page. I was pepper spray and almost fainted in the hall. I am sick at the moment due to the incident. The videos are there for the world to see and judge if what was conducted was fair elections or not. I was proud of every practitioner that stood up against this corrupt system. We no longer be silenced. We will reclaim the independence of the Bar Association with one voice.
More message, and this one from my Facebook page from Mystic Nadwazak. They say on the Mabela incident. They say the Mabela cookery incident has left many Sierra Leoneans with mixed feelings, more so when the incident was severe. I am using this medium to urge cookie sellers to be mindful when preparing food. Thank to God there is no death so far. Speedy recovery to the victims.
This one said the scattered ballot boxes, the ballot papers were not presidential ballots. They were those for the VP, Secretary General, Treasurer, and Assistant Secretary and Treasurers.
Another message here again from Princess Vandy. They say, Ben is a member of the bar. He was not there as a commissioner. People should get the facts straight. He was nominated and seconded by members of the bar to conduct the election.
This one from Amadou Bana on Facebook page say now I get it. However, the bar must try to distance itself from national politics. What happened in Kenema was appalling.
This other message will they read they come out from we listeners where they say all nominations we are done. You guys decide to walk away. Is that a recipe for election to be stopped or cancelled? A well-deserved win, Madam Tuma Gento. They come out from man like KUG.
This one from Macton and Englandville on the cookery story say this food poison at Mabela should be investigated and treated seriously by health organizations because this is not the first time. Speedy recovery to all the victims.
This other message from Facebook page say all those who were involved in the by-election ought to know better, so they should have acted accordingly. Now there is a blame game. Who do we blame is the question.
This one say Alfred Commander is deceitful in his accounts. He seated there giving account that is not real. Even the agenda stated 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. for arrival of members. How come they voted for themselves during the time meant for arrival? 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Let them tell us. From Claude Bami Davis.
This other message from our Facebook page say, elections results were announced. It simply means that the election was conducted. All members of the bar should just accept and work with the new executive. This
one from King Solo now with 0779819819 says our lawyers behaved like gangsters. This is a disgrace and I don't believe them again.
More messages inside the program. They say national cohesion should be the priority of all election. Olonegi says small election a day, and now I believe what happened at the Salon Bar Association the election.
Now this one from Joseph Josano Facebook page say I always say this. What is happening today? The foundation was already laid because APC time the by-election was done in Makeni. Now these other guys have done the same by doing it in Kenema.
From Charles, our Facebook page, they say, congratulations, Madam Tuma Jabi, newly elected president of the Salon Bar Association.
This one from Lamin Benjamin Sise on our Facebook page. They say, so you don't clear the air that it's deliberate act to move the agenda.
This other message from Kemo Kamal is, losers always complain about the hand they are dealt instead of trying to improve their game.
This from Matthew M. Content, our Facebook page says, so we are saying the bar or secret society has been lifted. Please let us know because we want begin dance now put local.
More messages, and this one says, where is the patriotism and integrity? Now all man for the union, na fit for you do depa.
This one from Dura Sapate na Godrich. They say if lawmakers are crying faulty in their AGM, how would they correct or position any related election malpractice issues in the future of Mama Saloon when the foundations are faulty?
The last one I will take from our Facebook page, they say the members of the Salon Bar Association should just accept a new executive and move on for a better Mama Salon. In next election, they will correct mistakes made in this one.
Plenty messages then substitute. This one from Sanuba on our Facebook page. They say, Commander, you are not saying the truth. The program organized on Thursday was not done by the Bar Association, but rather Team Raise the Bar. You cannot deceive the people, my friend.
Well, because of time, Musa, I don't think we're able to take all the messages.
Yes, one quickly now with 07798198119. They say the purported executive of the Saloon Bar Association do not represent the entire membership of the lawyers in Sierra Leone because they are unconstitutionally selected by Francis Ben Kaifala. They do not follow the procedures of the M&A, which states the most senior in the room shall be the returning officer. We have a lot of senior members, and Ben imposed himself, and police officers were instructed to marginalize lawyers just for him to impose the purported executive. This now from lawyer Bangura. Well, Commander with then text message, then they now with Facebook page, and also now with 07798198119, you can respond to them.
So I will begin with the very last one where the person talk about the most senior member of the bar. So English so sweet. In fact, a tool for lawyers. And they deliberately try for skew things in your favor. I don't read clearly that Article 36 of the M&A say election shall be conducted by a senior member. A senior member and the most senior member are two different things. The most senior member in the room means say, if una there, then say, would a first come begin work now this institution, for example, now the most senior member, or maybe if una they talk about leadership position, the manager of this station will be the most senior member. But now they say a senior member. A senior member can be any of the managers now this institution. So let me get that clear. And make people let's stop for the give we information we're not correct for mislead the public. No, it's a senior member of the association. Now, somebody talk say the foundations. I tell una say the foundations, why we decide say we raise this bar. We begin for destroy them from the days we were Aseri Kamal in Dadi and the Attorney General and Minister of Justice of this country. Warasai Kamara study outside Sierra Leone, a country where in legal system not analogous to a legal system.
So we discuss the process, not discuss individual, we not in the program. We respond to the messages them on process and procedure of the election.
Okay.
Commander, focus on the messages, please. We'll not get enough time.
Thank you. So now, 10 systems then they be don't fall. We they come for can raise them. We actually they come for can raise them. And as I don't explain to everybody now that, for example, we choose Kenema not so because we just grab and choose Kenema. The M&A make them very clear that you can hold such meetings now any side owner choose for Holam. Article 11 of the M&A say, a general meeting shall be held once in every calendar year at such time, not being more than 15 months after the holding of the last preceding general meeting, and place as may be prescribed by the company in general meeting or in default at such time and place as the members of the executive shall appoint.
Now, we round up the program.
Yes.
Quickly on, you don't talk on that venue. The legitimacy of the current executive after the election at Kenema, now one way some members not accept, and in fact, for plenty text messages, they say they don't even recognize you as the public relations officer, and you can be their public relations officer. What's in next?
So, I've been duly elected. I'm going to pose as public relations officer. Madam Tuma Jabi was elected and is secured the majority of the votes, 560 votes, and all others, he beats them hands down. So this is a legitimate process. And when it comes to elections, you know, they call for annulment by a letter or press
so now
release.
For people who get so many disbelief and dissatisfaction, which one I go left with them for make sure so now work as one?
Okay, so basically there is only one Sierra Leone Bar Association. We not actually they ask for any splinter group. In fact, we advise every other person that the Constitution of Sierra Leone or the statutes of Sierra Leone recognize just one bar. And we don't open with hands. Madam President don't make it clear that she is willing and ready to work with every other person. So we hands widely open to Augustine Sori Sengbemara, to Waraseri Kamal, they can come and work with we, and we deliver and we promises.
Thank you very much, Alfred Kamanda, Esquire, Public Relations Officer, Saloon Bar Association. There are some members that still get a position on that, but Radio Democracy, the production team just signaled to we say we will continue for look at this issue of the Kenema Bar election, the outcome and the process. Plenty thank you to you for joining Saturday edition of the program Good Morning Salon. Well, now this edition of the program Good Morning Salon go left for today. Plenty thank you to the production team, Michael Sambula. We put the program together. Mange Mansari and Yeno Kabia, we support for put the program together. DJ Keman for technical support. Joseph Songa, Usman Kama and Fatmata Samura. We make kuna see we live na Facebook. So till then, Musa Kama they say have a wonderful day.
And Sapti Kalanda says stay tuned to this frequency and goodbye.
Just one platform for news every day now we countries alone. For education, entertainment, political affairs, TV. We got enough Tanga one inside Sierra Leone, like a big quantity. We breeze not a shit.